hypnotic logic to it. Something to do with, like, Demon Olympics, maybe? I hope you're not a breeder.
Shadow Warrior is a franchise whose mechanics have taken new forms with every entry, while remaining true to a strong FPS core. This game is no different, drawing heavily from the almighty Doom Eternal. It is fast and unrelenting, looks good and runs well with a brand of humor that sets the protagonist apart. It has addictive gameplay that has led me to replay the game several times now, and it doesn't squander your time in getting to it. Recounting recent events, Lo Wang tells the story of a dragon and his attempts to slay to a mask of a departed friend, unleashed into the world by his mistake, bringing things to a global flatline. His repeated failures have made him lose resolve to believe it is what it is. Series villain Zilla, oddly friendly in an apocalypse, catches him off guard mid-story and proposes a dragon kill plan involving the mask.
The energy from Hoji's mask and use it against the dragon.
With that, the stage is set for FPS. Your campaign will take you to varied locations, platform you past pitfalls and into enemies. The sights will marvel in the graphical detail and optimization, as your heart beats to the blast of grenades and railgun. Or heroes of the joking variety that doesn't give a damn, injecting humor into situations calling for seriousness. Think Deadpool.
Deeper the roots, the older the asshole, the louder the toots.
It's a game that doesn't take itself seriously, keeping things light even if mankind is doomed. It's hard not to identify with his malevolent glee while chaining kills together. I say all manner of stupid crap in the moment. I find them funny, but other reviewers have wasted no time in making it known that they don't. For me, the story and how it's presented is like the gameplay. Fun. It is frenetic. The need to change weapons constant. There are 7, each useful and upgradable to become more so. Every chapter is filled with arenas layered in platforms, respawning pickups, and death traps for activation. Enemies descend in waves. Brutes and trap-leaving demons are priority targets. Pro tip: kill the trap demons first. They've been in more runs than I like to admit. Each demon eliminated drops a yellow orb to fill a finisher gauge, an execution that bestows health and an OP weapon harvested from their bodies. Some of the animations are brutal, the most memorable being from the driller. It's so gratifying to pull them off, but I reserve them for emergencies, since health drop hardly provides enough to absorb a hit on higher difficulties. On the permadeath hero mode, their use builds up lives, so those runs I start spamming. No matter the difficulty, ammo's in short supply, forcing you to remain on the aggressive, which brings up 2 important facts about Shadow Warrior 3. Your guns reload, but can be worked around by quick switching, and Lo Wang is faster while sliding and dashing. Rapidly combine them and damn does it feel like you're playing a new game. Every fight is now a highlight. Areas open up to another level of experimentation, making sense how an odd tower placement could be used for battle. The whole arena becomes a playground. It's so much fun, which I think what was pursued with some of the demon designs. You have some that are imposing, juxtaposed with goofy looking ones. They are at a place for a game that overall has a realistic look. The lines blur to creative attack ideas. You'll be reminded during executions that, damn, that's a cartoonish looking demon, but you're usually too preoccupied with survival to scrutinize. A good thing, because at launch the most voiced criticism was with how easy the game was. It didn't pose much of a challenge, with patch notes showing that most of the changes have gone in reducing advantages we had before. What threat is there if enemies are pushovers? You can regain full health from a finisher on hard. Rebalanced, in conjunction to a higher difficulty and permadeath mode being introduced, there are no more easy wins. On hardcore, some fights come down to bleeding through, to escape death, to be 1 or 2 mistakes from restarting a run, and managing to recover for a win is exhilarating. How can you not like Lo Wang? Even if you choose a lower setting, trust me, I don't pick the highest difficulty in every game, it now lives up to the name chosen. Another vocal criticism from launch. Unfortunately, I don't see it being addressed outside DLC. The game is short, roughly 4.5 hours with no extras. I played through it twice, enjoying my second run more than the first, but outside of sale, few will be inclined to check it out when left to a chapter select or new game after completion. I was going to get it regardless, having been a fan of the franchise since the 2013 reboot, but the lack of content did give me pause at the purchase screen. It's funny reflecting on that when Shadow Warrior 3 is my favorite FPS so far into the year. A game's fun factor is the most important thing to me, with some of my all-time favorites being on the short side themselves. I recommend it to anyone keen on the genre, especially if what they're after is a dexterous, arena-based shooter. When you've mastered its mechanics, it feels like playing an entirely different game. And the only other title that has given me that feeling is Doom Eternal. Hopefully, it will come to share its horde mode and master levels in the future, remixing the game for a fresh challenge. If not, training for a permadeath hardcore completion will leave anyone preoccupied for a while. Consider checking the game out even if later on through a sale. It's an experience that's richer than just 4.5 hours. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. Anything you'd like to share, please comment, or if you found potential in me or what I could produce, please subscribe. Again, thank you all, and have a good one.